Welcome, my students. Welcome to my today's topic and today's lesson. Today we will learn the statements of QBasic. Already we have learned that QBasic has statements such as end, let, CLS, input, and rem. Okay. So at first we are taking print statement. So be careful about this lesson. This statement actually is used to display the output. Okay, this output may be the numbers, messages, and values of variables. Okay, now we will give you some example of these statements and also we will discuss their outputs. Okay, so I am writing here that print print and then computer. Okay, so whenever I will write this statement and then I will execute it, okay, then on the output screen only computer will be displayed. Okay, got it? Okay, if I write P equal to 2, Q equal to 6 on the next line and then write print print P comma Q. Here we are taken two variables P and Q and we are putting the value 2 and 6 in these two variables here P and Q. Okay, so if you want to print the value of these two variables, then you have to use print P comma Q. Okay, then on the output screen it will show that the value of P and Q, that is 2 and 6. Okay, so here look at very carefully. So if we want to print in text, just we have to write the print statement at the beginning and write the text whatever you want to print on the output screen in between the double quote. Okay, so suppose I am writing computer inside the double quote, so it will print only computer on the output screen. Okay, got it? Now if you want to print the value, that may be the string value, that means set of characters, or integer values using the variable, then we have to use that way. Suppose if you write print and then 2 inside the bracket, then it will print only 2 on the output screen. Okay, same. So whatever you want to print on the output screen, always you have to write it inside the double quote. Okay, but if you want to do the same thing using the variable, then it will be like that way. Suppose I want to print value P using a variable, then you have to take a variable for that value, because we know variable is a storage place where you can put some value inside it. Okay, so if I write A equal to 2, okay, and then write print A, okay, and then click on the run button, then on the output screen it will show us 2. Okay, so look at very carefully. In the previous example we just write print, okay, and then inside the double quote we are writing 2 and then execute it, then on the output screen it will give us the 2. Here we are doing same thing but using the variable. Okay, one important thing is here that as A is here is a variable, so we are not using double quote for the variable. Okay, got it? So always you have to keep in mind that whenever you are trying to print some value using the variable, you don't need to write this variable inside the double quote. Okay, so just write print and then give the space and then write the variable name. Okay, so here you can give any name to the variable, a, b, c, or anything you want, but keep in mind it should be relevant. Okay, very good. Okay, now I am taking another example. Suppose I am writing n equal to 3, that means n is a variable here, and we are keeping value 3 inside this variable, and now we are trying to print the value of n. So if I write print n, then on the output screen it will show us value 3. Yes, got it? Here we don't need to use the double quote because n is a variable here. But if I write print n minus 2, okay, so on the output screen it will give us the value 1 only. Why? Because here the value of n is 3, and here is print n minus 2 means print 3 minus 2, so that this is 1. Okay, so that 1 is printed or displayed on the output screen here. Okay, got it? We are taking another example. So if I write a equal to 6, and then on the next line b equal to 4, and write print a plus b, okay, not inside the double quote, okay, a plus b, then it gives us 10 on the output screen, because we are trying to print the value of a plus b, and here a is 6, b is 4, so it gives us result 10 on the output screen. Okay, now if I want to print some text using the variable and without the variable, then it will be like that way. If I want to print computer only using the print statement, not using the variable, so just write print and then write inside the double quote computer. Okay, so it will print only computer on the output screen. Okay, but if I try to write it using the variable, then we need a variable. Already we have done it for the integer value. Now we are trying to do it for the string values, so we need a variable. So write a, okay, a equal to, then write inside the bracket, as it is the string, so you have to write it inside the double quote computer. Okay, and then write print a. Okay, then click on the run button. Okay, then what will be the on the output screen? You have to output screen, it will not display the value of a. Why? Because here computer is a text, and already we have discussed that whenever you are trying to give the value, that means the string value, to the variable, you need a dollar sign after the variable name. Okay, so whenever you are trying to give the value, that means string value, to any variable, you have to put the dollar sign after the variable name. So here you have to write a dollar sign. Okay, and also for the print statement, here this line you have to write print a dollar. Now if you execute this statement, then on the output screen you will have the text computer. Okay, okay, so got the difference? Okay, so that is the basic difference. Okay, now we are going for let statement. For that, go to the next Now let statement. What is let statement? The let statement actually is used to assign a value to a variable. Okay, got it? For example, if I write let a equal to 2, then it means that this let statement assigns the value 2 to a variable a. Okay, got it? If I write for the string also, let a, always keep in mind $sign for string value, and then inside the bracket flower. Okay, got it? Okay, so that means here these statements assigns the value flower to the variable a. Okay, got it? Here $a is the okay, got it? Okay, go to the now it is the end statement. What is end statement? This end statement is the last statement of a QBasic program. If any statement is written after the end statement, it will not be executed. Okay, so whatever you are trying to write, then you have to write or you have to complete everything before writing the end. Okay, because end is the last statement of QBasic program. So if I write print, computer inside the double quote, okay, and then write end, that means it is the last statement of the QBasic. Okay, it defines that the program ends here at this line. Okay, so whenever you are writing the QBasic statements, at last you want to put the end statement. Okay, to give a note that the execution will stop here. Okay, go to the next slide. Now the CLS statement. The CLS, or the name clear screen statement, clears the output screen. Okay, this statement is mostly used in the beginning of a program to clear the output of a previous program. Okay, so suppose you have already written a program, that means QBasic program, on a computer. Okay, you want to clear the output of this program, then you have to need CLS statement. Okay, so just write CLS, then write your program, whatever you want to print. Suppose we are writing good student. Okay, and then end. Got it? So here in this example we are getting all the statements together. Okay, so this statement is to clear the output of the previous program, this statement is used to print the text on the output, and this statement is used to end the QBasic program here. Okay, so that is CLS statement. Go to the next statement. Now it is rem statement. What is rem statement? The rem statement is used to write comments in a program. Anything written with rem statement is ignored by QBasic. Okay, so that means the statements, that means rem statements, is not executed by the QBasic. Okay, the comments helps the programmer write the purpose of the program and describe the variables used in the program. Okay, so the comments are not displayed during the execution of the program. Okay, it is just a note to the programmer whatever he or she is now doing. Okay, so if I write RAM my first program, okay, then write print hello and then end. So if I execute this program, then on the output screen it will print only hello. Okay, it will not show on the output screen. Okay, got it? Understand? Because it is just a comments. Okay, so if you are using REM statement, that means this statement will not be executed by the QBasic. Okay, it is just a comment here. Okay, go to the next. So now we are taking input statement. Now it is input statement. So what is input statement? Actually, the purpose of the input statement is to get one or more values from the user. Okay, when the program executes the input statement, it displays a question mark and waits for the user to type one or more values. Okay, so if one variable follows input, the program expects only one value. If more than one variable follows input, the user must type the values separated by commas until each of the variable is assigned a value. Okay, and then press the enter key after typing all the values. This informs QBasic that the user has finished typing values into the input variables. Okay, so if I take example for that, suppose I am writing let L equal to 7, that means length equal to 7, and then let B equal to 8. Okay, and then A equal to L into B, and then print A, and then at last end. Okay, so whatever I am writing, just look at L here is a variable, so we are putting value 7 or we are assigning value 7 into the variable L, and also same thing we are assigning value 8 to the variable B. Okay, that means L holds the value 7, B holds the value 8. Here we are written that A equal to L into B, that means whatever value we get for L into B, here it is L is 7 and B is 8, so the value is 56. Okay, so that means we are assigning the value 56 to the variable A, that means A now holding the value 56. Okay, so now if you want to print the value of A, then write print A and then the last statement end. Okay, so if I execute these lines in QBasic, at the output screen we will have the value of A, that means 56. Okay, got it? So what is input statement? Input statement is that okay, so that is let statement. Okay, to understand the input statement you have to know very well about the let statement. So now look at here, in this statement we are assigning the values to the variables. Okay, but if we want to change the value at the runtime, that means if we want to put the value at the runtime, then it is known as you have to use the input statement. How? Look at, so just write for same program input L, input B, then C equal to L into B, and then print print C, and then click on the end. Okay, so here look at this, we are writing input L, so that in the previous example for let we are assigning value, but for input statement we are not assigning any value to the variables. Okay, so here we have written that input L, and here also input B, just providing the variables and the calculation part, C equal to A into L into B, and printing the value of C, that is print C. Okay, so if we execute these statements or lines in the QBasic, at the output screen we will have question mark, that means you have to put the value for L at the runtime on the black screen, then put the value, suppose 7. Okay, then click on, press enter, then again a question mark sign will be displayed on the screen, that means you have to put another value, that means value for the variable B. So I am putting the value 8, and then click on the enter key. If you click on the enter key, then you will get the result. Here the result is 56. Why? Because already we have provided the calculation part, that is C equal to L into B. So here we are putting the value for L7 B8, so that we are getting the value 56 at the output screen. Okay, so got that difference? Here we are putting the value at the black screen, that means runtime, and for the let statement we are putting the value at the beginning. That is the basic difference between let statement and input statement. Okay, got it? Got that? So if we want to take the input as a string, so the same thing will happen, but here you have to put the $sign for the variables. Okay, got it? Okay, but for calculation part will be not there for the string variable. Okay, example, so if suppose I want to print my name age using the input. Okay, so how to write? Print enter name. Okay, then input in dollar, print in dollar, and then end statement. Okay, so if I write these statements, then on the output screen it will print first question mark, that means you have to put the value. What is, you already have written that enter the enter name, so here written there will be enter name first on the top, then question mark, that means you have to put the value for enter name. Okay, so enter your name, whatever your name is. Suppose I am writing Ram. Okay, okay, then for this statement it will print your name, whatever you have give the output, you will show the same input to the output screen. Okay, that is Ram. Okay, got it? So here whatever we have done, that we are taking the string value at the runtime and showing that value on the output screen. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Okay, this was input statement. Okay, okay, now the last part is input statement with prompts. What is, suppose if a user only sees one question mark, already we have learned that one question mark, that means she or he will have no idea what kind of or how many values to type. Okay, for this you must prompt the user for values that they will type in response to values to type. For this you must if a user only sees one question mark, he or she will have no idea what kind of or how many values to type. For this you must prompt the user for values that they will type in response to input. Okay, for example, I am writing input enter 3 values. You have to write it in one line. Here space is short, that's why I am writing like that way. Okay, but you have to write it in one sentence. Okay, input and then inside the bracket enter 3 values. Okay, and then semicolon and then number 1 comma number 2 and num number 3. Okay, got it? So if we then execute this, that means on the output screen you have to give 3 inputs for number 1, number 2 and number 3. You have to give 3 inputs because here is enter 3 values. Okay, got it? So I think it is clear to you all the statements, that basically QBasic statements. Okay, thank you.